Right.
Fat Joe was squashing the beef. I had it. And Irvin Ja was like, nah, we ain't squashing shit.
You didn't start the bull.
No,
But you
and I'm
squashed
not
it
good because I didn't start it. And listen, I didn't start it, and I don't continue it. I mind my business.
Did you really buy Ja Rule's tickets, like seats at his concert?
You did. Cheap tickets. The tickets were very affordable.
Right.
They was on like StubHub. Yeah, I bought the first 4
How
rows.
How many did you buy? If you say you bought the first 4 rows, is that a couple hundred?
Yeah, it was cheap though. It was cheap tickets, so it was something to do.
Things just got wild again. Yep. 50 Cent and Ja Rule are back at it, out of nowhere. Like, are we seriously rewinding to 2003 right now? Ja decided to take shots online like he's still holding a grudge from 2 decades ago, and apparently he is. But it didn't stop there. Fat Joe jumped in too and dropped a bomb claiming Ja's the one who refuses to let the beef die. And here's the messy part. This all seems to trace back to that one moment in Atlanta where 50 allegedly knocked Ja out. Folks are saying Ja never really recovered from that L, and it's been eating at him all these years.
See, the problem with Ja Rule and 50 is that 50 slowed him up to where before that, Ja Rule was the Drake of the term with all the hits.
Now the drama's lit again with 50 and Ja trading savage jabs on social media. Let's unpack it, because this beef has been running forever, and it's looking like there's no end in sight. Ja came out swinging, posting a flashy concert montage on X and taking direct shots at 50. The caption, straight smoke. He wrote, "Y'all going to that J.A. Rule concert? Imagine trying to clown someone currently on tour making 6 figures a show, you ninjas. Cook 50 Cent, take notes like you've been doing this. What a real performer looks like. LMAO. Dang. Of course, 50 wasn't gonna let that slide. A few days later, he clapped back hard, posting a screenshot showing his sold-out July 4th concert at London's massive Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And the caption, classic 50-level disrespect. He wrote, "How do you want to fight if you're fighting someone who was too stupid to know they lost?"
Yeah, Chaz, like, go in the hotel. Yeah, it was so good. All right, cool. Ja Rule there. This is after 50 got murdered. I don't believe you. Black child, I'm there. Nigga, 5th. KO'd that. So look, Ja Rule just come in the elevator. Murder! So look.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He didn't say murder.
I can't.
I'm not a rapper. I never was with this rapper shit. I just was along for the ride, no diddy. I wasn't with all this rapper shit. You heard? 5th, he is Southpaw. 5th is Southpaw.
Yeah. Hold on. What did wait.
Any rapper want to fight?
Wait. How did it? What did run up and say?
Murder! I'm from the hood. I would still make my phone was still ringing. Nigga, I had spins on my phone.
Brutal. The back and forth is getting spicy, and it's clear neither of them plans to back down. Just keep hitting them till they stop moving. That's the energy this whole feud has right now. And it didn't stop with just 50, and more people jumped in to keep the drama alive. First up, Tony Yayo, who brought even more heat by telling a crazy story about the time 50 allegedly knocked Ja out cold in Atlanta. But then came Fat Joe, and he had a whole different angle.
All right, cool. Ja Rule there. This is after 50 got murdered. I don't believe you. Black child, I'm there. Nigga, 5th. KO.
Joe straight up said Ja's been salty for years because beefing with 50 seriously wrecked his career. According to Joe, this wasn't just some diss track drama. 50 launched a full-blown takedown mission against Murder Inc. Back in the early 2000s, street credibility was everything in hip-hop, and 50 went straight for the jugular. He called Murder Inc. soft, mocked Ja's sound, and tore into his image. Even though Ja was dominating the charts with radio hits, once 50 started clowning him, the whole vibe changed. The public turned cold. Labels started second-guessing. And just like that, the momentum vanished. Joe didn't stop there.
No, I was squashing the beef.
Right.
Fat Joe was squashing the beef. I had it. And Irv and Ja was like, nah, we ain't squashing shit. Yeah, I swore I had it. Like, I don't want to put it on 50, but I think 50 was almost like, yo, Joe, whatever you want to do. So I had that. And then when I went to them, they was like, fuck that, this, that.
He dropped another bombshell. He actually tried to squash the beef between Ja and 50. He said he saw how much damage it was doing, not just to Ja Rule, but to the whole New York hip-hop scene. So Joe tried to play peacemaker and bring the two sides together. But when it looked like things might cool down, boom, Irv Gotti and Ja shut it down. Joe said they told him straight up they weren't even interested in peace. So the beef kept burning. And here we are today, with the smoke still in the air. Need a quick throwback on how this iconic beef really started? Let's take it back to 1999, Southside Jamaica, Queens. Ja Rule was filming a video when he got robbed on set. Later, 50 Cent dropped a bomb in his memoir, claiming it was his own guy who pulled it off. Yep, that's how deep it ran. But Ja? He had his own story. He didn't deny the robbery happened, but he swore he never saw 50 with the dude who did it. And to him, the beef wasn't even about the robbery. According to Ja, the real issue started when 50 got all salty after getting iced out, literally left out, by the Murder Inc. crew during the shoot for Ja's track, Murder for Life. And that's when 50 flipped the switch. He came back with the track Life's on the Line, and even though he never dropped Ja's name, it was crystal clear who he was aiming at. He even mocked Murder Inc.'s signature chant in the song. That track set the whole thing off, and before long, it turned physical. Things got heated in Atlanta, and both camps clashed. Chains got snatched on both sides. Someone in 50's crew allegedly ended up with Ja's pendant, and 50 later claimed they traded it for a Movado watch. But Ja shut that down too, saying 50 had zero to do with his chain getting taken. The stories don't line up, and never have. Then came March 2000. Word got out 50 was recording at the Hit Factory in NYC. Ja and his crew pulled up and it popped off real fast. In the chaos, 50 got stabbed. Both Ja and Murder Inc. Blackchild got arrested, and later Blackchild took the blame, saying it was self-defense. But 50? He never made a big scene about it, just brushed it off and kept moving. But of course, it didn't end there. In 2002, 50 made his next big move. He signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Shady Aftermath and dropped the No Mercy, No Fear mixtape with G-Unit. That's when things got even uglier. On that tape, he dropped Wanksta, a savage diss aimed right at Ja and Murder Inc. And just like that, the beef leveled up again, and the streets were watching every second. That No Mercy, No Fear mixtape? It wasn't just heat, it was the launch pad that sent 50 Cent into the stratosphere. Especially after Wanksta got featured on the 8 Mile soundtrack, it caught fire and helped 50 slide right into the mainstream spotlight. The track called out rappers who talk that big money street life talk, but in reality, 50 said they were broke, soft, and using fake street cred as a branding tool. He made it very clear. He wasn't buying any of it, and he could actually back up the life he rapped about. Meanwhile, after that whole Hit Factory stabbing incident, Irv Gotti tried to flip the script. He claimed 50 filed an order of protection against Ja and Murder Inc., basically accusing him of being scared and trying to use the cops. That move was meant to trash 50's street image. But here's the twist. Gotti didn't mention that the order wasn't something 50 asked for. It was issued automatically by the NYPD after the incident. Still, Ja ran with it. He posted it online and straight up called 50 a rat. Serious accusation in hip-hop culture. You already know 50 wasn't letting that fly. He clapped back hard with Back Down, a brutal diss that tore through Ja's whole image and left Murder Inc.'s street rep in flames. It was cold, calculated, and cut deep. But Ja didn't just sit there. 2 months later, he dropped Loose Change and went nuclear. He wasn't just gunning for 50. He took aim at everyone. G-Unit, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Busta Rhymes, even Chris Lighty. And he crossed all the lines. Ja accused 50 of being a snitch, took a low shot at Dr. Dre, and even brought Eminem's daughter and wife into the mess. That was it. 50, M, and Busta wasted zero time. They fired back with Hail Mary, a savage parody that clowned Jaw's obsession with Tupac and ripped him apart bar by bar. No one was safe, and the beef hit nuclear levels. After taking all those hits, Jaw tried to bounce back with his fifth album, Blood in My Eye. He switched up his style, aiming for a grittier, more aggressive sound. But that move blew up in his face. Critics ripped it apart, and fans weren't feeling it either. It was a major flop. And just like that, Jaw's reign, built on hits like Pain Is Love and The Last Temptation, fizzled out. That's when things got real. Jaw and Irv Gotti had no choice but to face the truth. They'd lost the war. The timing, the momentum, the charts, it was all gone. But he wasn't finished. In 2014, at Hot 97's Summer Jam, he threw fresh salt in the wounds by performing his classic diss track I Smell Pee, just to remind everyone exactly who came out on top. Jaw couldn't let that slide. He clapped back in his memoir, Unruly, The Highs and Lows of Becoming a Man, doubling down on his old claim that 50 snitched to the feds, which, according to Jaw, led to Murder Inc. and getting raided. 50, of course, denied all of it and just kept trolling, like expert-level trolling. That's when Jaw snapped. He took to social media and unleashed, saying, "Let's be clear, I mind my business. But for some reason, 50 Cent keeps my name in his mouth. I think he'd rather have my D in his mouth, LMAO. And that was just part of it." Jaw also claimed he owned 50's soul and called him his B. It was straight up chaos online. But 50 wasn't done yet. He hit Jaw with one of the most savage, petty, and hilarious moves ever. He bought 200 front row tickets to Jaw's concert, just so those seats would be completely empty. The ultimate silent burn, and fans couldn't stop talking about it. Man. But see, here's the thing. This whole feud might be way deeper than just petty disses and empty front rows. Some folks believe the drama between 50 Cent and Ja Rule goes beyond rap, like into the streets for real territory. Rumors have been floating around for years that Ja might have been connected to the infamous 2000 shooting where 50 got hit 9 times. Nothing's ever been proven, but the whispers never stopped. The theory? It ties back to a notorious figure, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, a heavy-hitting kingpin from Queens who had a serious issue with 50. Ja and Irv Gotti reportedly brought Supreme on as a bodyguard after he got out of prison. Now, Supreme wasn't officially tied to any crimes at that point, but he still had clout in the streets, and putting him on payroll gave Murder Inc. some extra muscle and serious street presence. Here's where it gets wild. People believe 50's track Ghetto Quran stirred the pot. In that song, 50 name-dropped street legends and supposedly laid out real-life business. Some say that track ticked off Supreme bad, and that's what allegedly sparked the hit that left 50 fighting for his life. Again, just speculation, nothing confirmed. But that theory explains a lot about why this beef never cooled off. So what do you think? Is this still just rap beef? Or is the hate way too real and deep-rooted to ever go away? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to TeaWatch for all the wildest drama served up hot. See y'all in the next one.